But I want to do this fun exercise. 2010 on has been a very interesting decade for the Texas Longhorns. Decade and a half now as we're getting to it. There's been highs, but there's been a lot of lows, is fair to say. And I want to touch on who we think from 2010 on, all right? You had to construct a fantasy football team, right, of all-time players during this time frame. Jack, I want you thrown into this as well. You lived through the glory years of Charlie Strong. And your freshman
Herman.
year, you had Tom Herman. Was that who it was? Or Charlie was your freshman year?
No, it was. I was all Tom, and then my senior year was year one of Sark. Okay. So 5 and 7.
Yeah, there's been some.
Got a Sugar Bowl in there.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're back.
Little bit of
correct.
sugar.
And
Thanks, Sam.
I want to ask that at quarterback. Who are you taking? Is it Mr. We're back himself, Sam Ehlinger? Has he been one of the better quarterbacks? Is it Quinn Ewers? I think probably that's the only two you could debate. Am I wrong?
Statistically.
Absolutely not. I'm a David Ash apologist. If he stopped bashing his head,
He's top 10.
He
He's
is
top 10 in passing yards.
all time, or just I guess it would be all time.
For the Horns all time.
Yeah, I mean, he was a really good player. I just couldn't ever stay healthy. I like David Ash, but I mean, there's really not much of a conversation between everybody else, Quinn and Sam. I mean, it was I think it was Garrett Gilbert. Then you had David Ash and Case McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
You had Gerard Hurd and Tyrone Swoops.
Oh, man.
Shane Buechele for a minute. Sam, Quinn. Sam, Casey Thompson and Hudson Card, and then Quinn.
Yes. So at quarterback, so this is 2010 through the 2020. So 2010 through 2025. Let's say it that, right? You have your quarterback spot, like in fantasy football. You have 2 running back spots to fill, fellas. You have 2 wide receiver spots to fill. I will put a flex in there as well, and then a tight end position to fill. So how about we just go back and forth? You guys can choose. Who are you going at quarterback? Jack or Sawyer, take the floor.
Sawyer, you go first, and I'll take the other guy.
You guys both are GM, but you both make a pick back to back. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm going to go.
Putting together a team together.
Yeah.
Okay. Meeting of the minds.
Oh, okay, so we're working together. We're not
Yes.
drafting against each other.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Me and the minds put that team together, just each go.
Then, the guy that we want at quarterback then. I was
I'll
going to
take
be
Sam.
I'll take
Sam Ehlinger.
Beloved. Sam was somehow less divisive than Quinn.
Well, I mean, if we're going off of numbers here, too, sure, Quinn is a handful of games short on some seasons and 1 season short. But Sam Ehlinger, 11,000 yards and 94 touchdowns. That's points.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Quinn only had 68.
Yeah, if we're doing fantasy football, Sam also has the legs.
Sam Ehlinger going number 1 at your quarterback position.
Hard G,
over
fellas. Ehlinger.
Yeah,
Hard G.
Ehlinger.
Hard G.
Yeah, he did that, and I just it's Ehlinger. Yes, sorry. Running back number 1. I feel like this one's probably pretty easy for you fellas.
Correct. It is Deontay Foreman.
It is. I love Deontay.
Yeah, I mean, the running backs,
there's only 2.
It's Bijan and Deontay Foreman.
I mean, you can take a flex technically here, but yeah, I think that's
those 2 guys want Doak Walker awards.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think you go with those 2.
I love Roshan, love Jonathan Brooks.
Maybe you could have their flex. We'll get into that.
Too many receivers, I think, on the board.
Okay, now I was going to ask you that. Wide receiver wise, I feel like I know at least 2, maybe 3 I would choose. Sawyer, give me a wide receiver you're going. Wide receiver 1.
You want to go recent or you want to go older? I mean, they're both on there.
I mean, going back the last 10 years, shout out to John Harris, but he will not be on my list. I'll be fun. I'm just going to take Devin Duvernay.
Okay.
There it is.
He was so good in 2019.
Devin Duvernay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Over 1,000 yards. I think he's very underrated. I think he didn't drop a ball that whole season. Maybe he had one late. But, Devin Duvernay was phenomenal in 2019. And I'll take him for my first. Just, I'm going to zag. I feel like it's easy to just say Xavier Worthy, A.D. Mitchell and stuff. But I'm going to give some love to Devin Duvernay for my number 1.
Okay.
All right. We have 3 wide receivers, a flex, and a tight end to go.
No. Flex, it's 2 wide receivers and a flex. So it can't be a third wide receiver you want. Or a running back.
All right. Then
so Devin Duvernay off the board. Sammy's off the board. Sam Ehlinger's off the board. Bijan Robinson off the board. Devontae Foreman off the board.
Okay. There are 2 wide receivers I'm looking at here. We'll just take Xavier Worthy. You got to do it. 2,755 yards.
For sure.
Yeah. There's just another name on here that is 200 yards behind him. That is very fun.
Is it?
He's a brother.
Oh, Colin Johnson.
Colin Johnson.
No.
Yeah.
Colin Johnson. No. We don't have him on
It's
this
not.
list.
Well, Colin Johnson's
Jackson
on there.
Shipley?
Yeah.
Nice.
Jackson
I
Shipley.
mean, I'm fine with Xavier Worthy. I think my Devin Duvernay pick, he had about 1,400 yards in his senior season.
Yes.
But then there's a few other names. I mean, like that little Jordan Humphrey year was so fun. Colin Johnson.
Colin Johnson would have been my third pick here at wide receiver personally. If you're going him at flex.
Yeah.
He came back for his senior year and then couldn't stay healthy, which was has been his NFL career to this point too. Episode 1 of Hard Knocks star Colin Johnson. Do you guys remember that?
Oh,
Yeah, I do. You're
Holy
right.
moly.
He had 2 touchdowns in a preseason game.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
against the Texans.
Yeah, but Jackson Shipley's up there. Texas, I remember the stat. I believe Lil Jordan Humphrey was the first 1,000-yard receiver since John Harris. It's a season I had completely forgotten about. But
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sawyer, I'm fine with bridging the gap. I'll take a Jackson Shipley.
Okay.
Why not?
So Jackson Shipley at the flex.
Yeah. Well, do we not get a tight end?
We do.
A tight end too.
Okay.
Yeah, that was last on the list here.
Yeah, why not? Well, let's throw He's probably not. He probably should be Colin Johnson or A.D. Mitchell, but
I mean,
why not?
yeah.
Right? Matt
Okay.
Golden.
So we got Sam Ehlinger, Bijan Robinson, Foreman, X. You went Duvernay as well.
1,400 yards, man.
And then you're going with Shipley.
Yeah, why not?
All right, fun stuff. Okay.
That
and
way
then,
we have 2 guys that can run wide receiver pass trick plays.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Is tight
All over
end
the place.
very easy?
No,
because
there's 2.
There's 2. Yeah.
Okay. Who I know one. Who would the second be?
Obviously Andrew Beck,
Texan legend.
the greatest kickoff return of all time. I feel like it has to be just in terms of where they got drafted, and that is the
Sanders.
last 2 guys.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
Gunnar Helm and JT Sanders.
But receiving wise, I got it. I want to go
I
Gunnar,
can't-
dude.
Yeah,
I think Gunnar Helm's the pick, but personally.
Yeah.
I like Sanders a lot.
Sanders
but
is fantastic.
Gunnar Helm is a better blocker. JT's probably more talented.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's
take the Gunnar.
I want to take JT Sanders.
You want to flip a coin on it?
Sure. Why
All
not?
right.
Do we have a coin?
Who's got a coin? That's why pennies aren't being minted anymore.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. All right.
Here.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right,
Yeah,
we're taking Gunnar.
All right, Gunnar Helm is the
Gunnar
last
Helm it
pick
is.
there.
Just
No,
so
I
that
like
everyone listening, I won.
Yeah, that would be Sawyer Stull's pick there. All right, Gunnar Helm. That's where I would have gone. I mean, Sanders is really good, obviously, but those would be the 2 for sure. Again, when it comes to recruiting talk, fellas, this upcoming week's going to be huge for the Longhorns. We don't know what the date's going to be, but soon to be, I'd assume, in the month of July, as that is tomorrow. Felix Ojo is going to commit. Tyler Atkinson, a name to watch out for. He is a 5-star linebacker out of the state of Georgia. It sounds like he's pretty hot on the Georgia Bulldogs, but he did visit 10 days ago on the 20th to 40 acres. So we shall see out of Loganville. That would be a big addition. There's a few other big names. John Turntine will be committing on July 4th. Another offensive lineman. If they can get him and Ojo, that would be huge. Watch out for Bryce Perry Wright as well. Carlton out of Temple. Richard Wesley did commit, and he went to the Texas Longhorns edge out of California. It's not been a bad class. That's not the issue. This kid, deferred to Richard Wesley. He committed. We brought that up last week on the 22nd. That was official. 6'5", 250. They're 12th right now when it comes to all the rankings. I would wait it out before we hit the panic button because there's a lot of big names to commit for the Texas Longhorns. Let's see what Sark can do. But the SEC is doing really well. We see A&M being one of those teams that's also doing really well. Notre Dame is 3rd currently. Georgia's 2nd. USC with 30 commits. They are going all in on recruiting this season. But what other teams have mentioned, Miami has a few, Clemson, Bama with Xavier Griffin adding to that list. Crowell, the number 4 running back, Xavier Griffin, the number 1 linebacker, edge player. Penn State at 23, Florida State with only 10 commits, but they are at 10, and the Longhorns have 15 currently. So we shall see how that all goes down as the weeks come about. But yeah, Texas also, I've been asking the question, do you feel like they should be the number 1 overall favorite? Number 1, we had 3 different answers in the room who we feel like should be the clear favorite. I don't feel confident about mine. I don't know if you guys do either. You said Ohio State, Sawyer. Jack, you went with Georgia. Don't blame you. And I went with Texas. I don't feel confident about it. That's kind of when I'm, when I answer my question, no, there is no clear front runner.
I think
Repeating is hard.
yeah.
The body of evidence for what Ohio State's been doing
I mean,
with Ryan Day.
Wouldn't even be repeating. It's like a completely new team.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I just mean
For uniform
you
alone.
just have
No,
Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs.
yeah,
That helps.
those guys are pretty good.
You're right,
But I mean, there's 10 other guys,
Exactly.
But I think Texas probably should be the favorite. I think it makes the most sense. But I wouldn't feel confident about it. Not with the away games Texas has.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if they go 9-3 this year, are they in the playoffs? They could go 10-2 this year, make the playoffs, and still win a national title, just like we saw Ohio State do.
Yeah.
I think 9-3 gets them in as long as as long as you didn't lose to Vanderbilt. You know what I mean? If you lost to Ohio
or
State,
Mississippi
Georgia,
State,
and then like A&M gets one on you, that'd be a quote unquote bad loss. But whatever.
We'll get into that next segment, too. We're going to do our top 10 quarterbacks going into college football. And I have a few ACC quarterbacks on this list, and they have some big SEC Big 12 matchups week 1. Are they going to get 2 teams? Is the Big 12 going to get 2 teams? They only got 1 last year. Good. You have some similar stuff, too, Jack.